Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to an all-new episode of Point of View. Y'all, we made it. Even with all this talk about the rapture and the world coming to an end. Woo! But guess what? Oh, we're still here. Are we? I don't even know. Stay tuned. Stay tuned because we've got a lot to unpack on that, all right? Plus, MAGA influencer Laura Loomer is catching major heat online for attacking Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Racism loud, blatant, and very public. We've got all the details. Later, we'll dive into Girlfriend's Guide, an unpopular opinion, with today's co-host, Ree and Sunset. Welcome back, ladies! So come on in, join the conversation. You're watching POV. A pastor has gone viral claiming the rapture is happening today. Now, I don't know about you, but every time someone predicts the exact day the world's supposed to come to an end, it's still here. But here's the thing. Some folks are really taking this seriously. And then there are people who wonder if maybe it's a reminder that we need to get our lives in order. So what do you think? Are these rapture predictions genuine acts of faith or just dangerous distractions?
I don't think that it's a dangerous distraction because one day the rapture is going to come. Mm-hmm. So it's like everybody's laughing and joking because it may not happen today, right? Mm-hmm. But what if it do? Or what if it happened tomorrow? Like, you just never know. And it's crazy watching everybody joke about it. I'm not joking about it at all. Not saying it's going to happen today, but I'm just not joking about it because one day it's going to come to pass. Then what?
Why are we saying what if, though? I think I'm bothered by the fact that we do this every couple years. Y'all remember 2008? They said the same thing. Back in 2012 when I was graduating, they were like, yes, they said the world is ending, y'all. Yeah. Don't even worry about graduating high school. It's super dangerous, I think, to put people in that state of mind. I think you have to be already living right and you wouldn't be worried about it. I don't know the entire Bible, but I do know that it specifically said that no one would know about it, right? Those that know, but nobody will know when he comes. He's going to come in the middle of the night. So you being worried about the day that it comes and trying to get right and get ready, that's a problem for me. I look at it as, no, you need to always be ready so you don't have to get ready. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Be right already. Live your life and you don't have to worry about when the rapture is coming because when it comes, you'll already be prepared.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I agree with that. But not in the night, like a thief in the night. Like,
come on, somebody.
It could be in the morning.
Thank you. Come on.
And we were talking a little bit about that yesterday, not caught up in the rapture frenzy. But Willie, who be with us here sometimes, but he got his own show now. He's been promoted. He was saying that, the thief in the night aspect that the Bible speaks of will be for the people that's not prepared. So it's like a thief in the night is coming in when you're not expecting, but we're supposed to be living our life decent and in order, ready for the Lord at any time. Right. Even though every day I ain't gonna hold you, I just try to walk a little bit straighter every day. And hopefully I end up right there, honey, because I want to be caught up. Right. I want to close the door.
No, but it be them Christians that be really panicking. No, y'all should be living right, not coming from church and still talking about others. Yes, you.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Stop. Don't just put that on Christian because that's every single person, no matter what time it's called. And then imagine if the rapture did come, right? You know how they say the first rapture, he's going to take his people up and other people got 7 years to stay here. Yeah. What if it happened, right? And we stuck right here.
I don't believe it, y'all.
I would be.
I don't believe it.
Then be quiet. Let's watch the video. So I don't want to hear nothing what Sunset got to say. No, I don't want her to blaspheme.
She is not about to blaspheme.
You know I love you, girl. Don't say it.
I got you. Let's see how some people have been preparing for the rapture in real time. Take a look.
So I've just called Zach in preparation for the Rapture tomorrow. So all the meal prepping and stuff like that we would normally do today, no, we're not going to do that because what's the point? We're going to be in heaven by tomorrow night. So whatever. So also what I plan on doing, just in case I am not one of the chosen ones, I'm going to stand at one of my neighbors' house that I know for sure, like they be going to church every Sunday and stuff. And I am going to, if they start to lift up and I start to stay on the ground, I'm going to grab onto somebody's ankles with one like this right here and then hold on to my baby with the other, and like we all just gonna go up there together. And so
I love that
She
level
got a
of
plan.
Delulu. She is Delulu.
She got a plan, honey.
I think she was being funny.
I think so too, but can I say that I don't really trust the clear people? Like, I don't know. I don't know, because to me, and this is why I have to go back to this, y'all, I don't believe my God will give my people a suffering of over 400 years. So I take another take from this. I don't believe that he is ultimately coming down. I think the inner God is the inner us. So I just have a different perspective on everything that's being stated. I don't look at it as black and white. I look at it as parables and analogies for us to look within. So when people say somebody's coming, I don't think nobody's coming. I think the person that's coming is the inner you. When you dig deep inside of yourselves to understand that love, being genuine, things like that is what grounds people. And when you are whole with yourself, then you find your inner God, and that's when it comes out. That is my perspective on it.
I can agree, and to a certain aspect, I do also believe that God is within us. But at the end of the day, I know that ultimately we were created, we were put here. Even when you look at the basic intricacies of trees and humans and birth and all that we are, and so I do also believe that the world, even if we're not just going by the Bible standards, looking at what is. The world is so evil. Yeah. If there was something that created this, I would imagine that they would have to be displeased. And so I wouldn't be surprised.
When would that be, though? When would they come to know that? Because it's been so much suffering, right? There's been nationalities, cultures that have so many different beliefs where they're saying this is going to happen. There's this time, there's this. Everybody's predicting. And ultimately, we have not seen it. And to believe something, you can't believe and know something, right? Belief and knowing is the opposite. If I know something to be true, I can prove it. If I believe something to be true, I can't see it. Meaning that the belief that you have, you can't see it. So all of these cultures, all of these people are saying this thing is happening, and they want you to believe in this something that changes figures depending on your tradition, your language, your culture. So ultimately, I think it's all driving back to self. And that's really, because there is a ultimate creator. He's omnipresent. He's in the water. He's in the sky, right? So if he's seeing all of that and all of this disdain is happening, who are we to actually say somebody is coming to save us?
But let me say this, right? I understand what you're saying 100%, and it makes sense. But at the end of the day, I feel like the reason why I subject myself, one of the reasons that I subject myself to Christianity, not just because I believe that I have seen God manifest in different ways and different things in my life and my reality, but also for the fact that Christianity is one of the religions that has just the most sound principles, that even if, God forbid, no one is coming, what's the big deal in following a God and a concept that says don't kill, don't steal, don't rape, don't commit adultery, don't overeat, don't overindulge in things? What's the big deal if, God forbid, Jesus just may not be real?
I just feel like somebody shouldn't have to tell you that, right? Our human nature is to love, is to create. Like I always tell people, look at nature and you're going to see how to live life. You look at nature, you see the animals being animals. You see the trees just being trees. The ocean serves its purpose. Everything in nature serves its purpose, including humanity to me. So I feel like it's a cop-out to say that somebody outside of you is coming to save you. And that is why people leech on the fact that, oh, I'm going to be forgiven, or I'm going to do this. And no, if you have to face yourself, if at the end of the day, you're the person who you have to face, you can't lie to yourself. So when you say I am the inner God and I have to face me, I think that's more powerful to me when people try to use Christianity or any other religion, not just Christianity, as a bailout to be this person that can always go back and say, you know what, I'm gonna be forgiven, I'm gonna start over again. No, you can't run from self. Self is the only thing you can't run from. We come here, self, we leave here, self. So if you had to face self, what does that conversation look like?
So my question is, with so many people taking forever, if never, to get to self, what is that accountability? What is the thing that holds them accountable? Because the problem is right now, people have no accountability. And I also feel like that's why so many people do not like Christianity, because it's too much accountability. It's too much don't do this. People want to be self-serving and they want to do what makes them feel better about how they live their life. And that's why the world is evil. So if there is no accountability, we're really doomed.
I agree.
I think we were been doomed.
That is enough.
I don't think
had
Christianity
enough.
ever saved us. I don't think it's going to ever save us. I think when humanity learns to take a look at itself, that's when we'll move the needle to a better world and a better reality.
But when do we think that would happen?
That's the part. It's not about when. It's like, is it going to happen, right? We've never looked back at self because, again, I go back to slavery and all that because it's the root for me. I don't believe no God on this earth or outside of this earth would have let my people go through that many years of suffering just to say we're here now and then someday somebody is coming to save us. I just refuse to believe that.
But you know what the thing about that is, though, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I guess what my mind is just going in real time. I think so many times people go through sufferations in life and they don't really ever get down to the root, one, to find out what the reason was, what the lesson is, how many people are living now and thriving because of the hope that you gave them through what you went through, for one, but also even us like really deep diving, even ancestrally, to find out how we disobeyed God to get in that place in the first place.
Correct, right? I love what you said because it all goes back to the inner me. My roots are back in Haiti. We follow Buddhism, but they presented that as something that was so negative, but that saved my people. This is the reason why we're sitting at this table, because my people decided, hey, enough is enough, and we had to do something about it. We had to look in our inner self and say, you know what, I have some kind of power.
But now listen, now, a lot of people were saved through idolatry, but were they really saved? Because what's their current state?
Yeah.
They're alive.
Not thriving, though.
I'm here, right? You here, we here. Okay,
but
so
the
come on, we got to look at self.
Great conversation. This is what it is, to really discuss, what is going on in the world and really discuss what's happening in us and to discuss God. And that's what we need to do. Have open conversation, right? Read that word so you know what's happening. We have to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back with Girlfriend's Guide and Unpopular Opinion. Stay tuned. This is POV.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for sticking with us on this quick commercial break. I feel like I say the same thing every day. Y'all already know the spiel, okay? We got a question for y'all at home as well as one for us at the table. Woo, that tongue be tied up. The question is, what makes people unhappy even when they seem to have it all?
Come on, I'm going back, y'all. Inner me. Stop it. Go. I'm gonna let somebody take it. Y'all know I'm going back to the me.
That was good.
But
inner me.
It is inner
Come
me.
on.
Because you can literally have everything but still be suffering in the inside.
Okay.
For whatever reason.
Okay, exactly. It's something we cannot see, y'all. It's a spiritual thing. I tell people, I am grounded in love. People always think and assume that I know the Bible. I have not read the Bible not one day of my life. My mother told me at 8 years old that even in the church, I sat in the back because I questioned everything. I am an observer. I watch how people move. I watch their patterns. I watch what they do. I'm grounded in love. You can't tell me God isn't love. I am God. I represent that. And I'm seeing all the people that say they do and they don't. No, you got to start looking in the mirror. You got to start answering to yourself, not lying to yourself. When you tell people you're going to do something, when you tell yourself you're going to do something, if you keep lying to yourself, you're going to have a problem. It's going to be the enemy. You're chasing outwardly things because you're not facing the inwardly things.
What I do want to say, we ain't got no time.
I do believe God does say, judge yourself. And he tells us that to judge ourselves so he doesn't have to do it. And that's something that I think confuses, especially in this climate. What is Christianity? Because we're not seeing it.
And people don't want to judge themselves.
No,
that's
don't like
accountability.
conviction.
But y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back to the show in just a few moments.
Welcome back from that commercial break. Y'all got to chime in on these commercial breaks if you haven't, because we have great dialogue. The dialogue continues, you see.
You know what they need to be doing?
What?
They need to be watching us on the TV for the ones that have cable.
Okay.
And they need to be watching us live on their cell phone for them breaks.
Watch on both, y'all, on both. So now it's time to get into all things love, life, relationships, and everything in between, darlings. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. They say not everything you want is worth your time, energy, or heart. We came across a post on social media that said, this might sound weird, but the best person for you is not going to be your type. So what does that really mean? Like, are we chasing people who excite us in the moment but aren't truly good for us? And how often do we ignore what's actually healthy because it doesn't look like what we expected?
I do believe that you can get your type and it can be everything that you
Thank
desire.
you.
Because God
Thank
does
you,
say,
Ree.
delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart.
I know that's
So,
right.
You know me.
Yeah, like, let's be real.
Okay?
Period. Come on,
Just don't give
sis.
me no anything and then they just, you
Be
know,
what? No.
not what I like. I don't believe that.
But I think I agree with what you're saying. But I think
I agree with what you're saying.
I do agree.
But I don't.
It's the
Right,
word. It's the
right.
word. But I think another spin on that is that, you know, when the Bible talks about God giving us the desires of our heart, I've come to find or come to believe that he will give your heart what to desire.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So as he's giving you the desires, it's ultimately what he wants for you to anyway. So it might not be a little
No. Because he said, try to get you down, make it plain. Right now and make it plain. And I be plain.
Cut it out. We don't have to change our types, our life. Stop it, y'all.
we don't. I'm not
Women,
saying to change it.
I
I'm not saying.
understand, but let me tell you something. Women, we got to start dating like men. All right? We got to hold ourselves accountable. When you say this is what you want, you accept nothing less than what you want. Okay? You can have everything you want and some. And I just want to make that clear because we don't date like men, and that's why we suffer more. Because men are very selfish, and it's not.
Okay.
The first rule of nature is self-preservation. It's not wrong to have a like. It's not wrong to have a need. Just like Bree said, I can't have it all. I'm beautiful. I can have a man that's beautiful and has an amazing heart as well. So just do not settle. Please, women, don't settle. Be like men. Date like men.
But y'all,
but-
women,
okay.
I have seen when I did get what I thought I want, it was not what I
You
needed.
thought
So,
you wanted. You thought, sis. Come on.
Are we chasing types instead of real compatibility?
You know not to ask me
mean,
that.
and
You
I'm
know not to ask me that. I'm so intentional. I'm gonna let somebody else. You know,
Okay.
come on.
But like, you know, of course, in younger days, I dated types.
Okay.
But now, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
I think everybody was like
I'm
that,
looking
like,
at you.
high school, right after high school, and then
Yeah.
you realize, baby,
You was
honey,
not my type.
I'm telling you, I don't
No, I ain't never had that, y'all. I had
was-
one boyfriend.
I
Yeah,
know that's
I'm very
right.
intentional, y'all.
Okay. I know
People
that's right.
assume that I'm not, but I'm super intentional. Like I said, I really do look at patterns. I look at your inner self, how you show up for others. Those characteristics shine way brighter to me than you just looking good. You
Yeah.
looking good is cool. Like a lot of people look good,
Yeah.
but I want to feel good.
Yeah.
And to feel good, I need to know who your inner me is.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that.
And how long do you think it takes to know that?
We talked about this, right?
Let's talk about it again.
We
How long do you think it takes?
People could literally hide who they really is for
Just a long
however
time.
long that they want to hide it from.
Yeah.
For.
But that's why you got to, come on, y'all. The inner me is going to help you with discernment. Y'all got to get back to, the Bible says this. You know, I didn't read it, but seriously, like discernment.
The Bible says it, but I didn't read it.
So how do you even know? You're just going by what you heard.
No, not what I heard. You know how you see certain passages, and I read the certain passages. I just don't go and actually read the whole book. That's why. But no, discernment. That's why I said the last time. It's not about how long it takes. Some people meet today, marry tomorrow, and be together
That's
26
true.
years.
That's
it's
right.
your discernment, that inner me. You need to follow it. Like, I can't say 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. No, whatever feels good to you, make sure you're making a decision that works best for you and where you are in your life. And that's how I'm going to leave it.
Well, what about, like, sometimes we're not really looking at the green flags. Like, we're focused on red flags, we focused on all that, but we're not looking at those green flags. Like, a therapist told me that you know, he comes on my show, Planet Rock. That's Planet R-O-Q. R-O-Q. Okay. That's my podcast. But he came on and he said, you know, we're so focused on red flags that we don't focus on the green flags. And those green flags are about us knowing ourselves. And you say it, the inner you, knowing ourselves, knowing what we want, and seeing, does that person fit those green flags rather than focusing on the red flags? Because he felt like the red flags are negative and the green flags are more positive.
So beautiful. Right? It sounds so beautiful, but that's a fairy tale. Right? Like, that sounds cool and all, but in reality,
that's what I'm saying.
That's a fairy tale, my love. We gotta weigh our options. We gotta be realistic. Come back to reality, baby. I know you want to hold on to the fairy tale, Cinderella, you know, all that. It's cool, but in reality, we just have to weigh our options. And again, I talked about this, the non-negotiables. I don't care if he's your favorite. The minute he crossed that non-negotiable, you take him off that list and you move on. Because what happens is now we're trying to convince ourselves of those green flags. Oh, the red flag's not that bad now. The one that you said you would never deal with, now you're dealing with it. And now you're trying to figure out, how the heck did I get in a situation where I would have never even accepted this?
But that's what he's saying about the green flags.
Oh, okay, come on.
But that's exactly what he's saying about those green flags, because it's like, it has to fit in what I'm doing. Does this fit? Does it make me feel the way I want to feel, as opposed to focusing on those other things? Is it fitting in this, what I want?
I think, you know, as we're talking about non-negotiables, maybe that could be our little homework for the week or something. And not just for us, because I ain't worried about it anyway. But I mean, but just for our viewers at home and everybody else who may see it. And maybe if we need to do it as well, but really just sit down and decide, focus, write down, and get clear about what your non-negotiables are. Because so many of us don't know what we're really looking for or what we want. And so even the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain.
I was about to say, Tally, you don't need to tell me.
And that's the green flag.
I've already
the
done that. That's why I
non-negotiables.
talk about it, and I'm so passionate about it, because I do it in real life. What I talk about, I actually practice. I have non-negotiables. Nobody in this room will ever know them. That's for me to talk with me, to know when it comes, we out of here.
I hear that. All right. Okay, well, we're moving on to the final segment of the day. Let's get into unpopular opinion. Okay, so this story is blowing up online. An 11-year-old student in Michigan was expelled after disarming and taking apart a loaded gun that a classmate brought to school. Now, think about that for a second. A child potentially saved lives, and yet he's the one who ends up facing punishment. How does that happen?
What color was his skin?
Okay.
That is crazy. He literally could have stopped a school shooting.
This
There
is
could have
what-
been plenty of deaths.
that's what happened,
And now
yes.
he is sitting up here and he has to.
What
that's
color
ridiculous.
is his skin?
Of course.
Okay.
He literally took the gun, dismantled it, made sure that it could not be used at all, and he's being punished.
What color is his skin?
I know you
okay.
And how he know how to do that though? Because I don't even know how to talk about
right, I wouldn't know how to do
you know, he spent a lot of time in the country. He's a you know, cute little 11-year-old country boy. So, you know, they've had some free range and some space out there. And so, you know, it's a blessing that he even knows how to do it, honey. I wish more of our children knew how to do it. I wish my grandma wasn't scared. Sometimes I wish she was told.
We gotta learn to do something about it. Like I'm really super over the excessive conversations around this topic, and nobody wants to be direct with no action. There's nobody really here. Nobody's trying to protect us. Nobody is congregating anymore. We don't have no Black Panther parties. We don't have nothing being congregated. Nothing, no real conversations that lead to action. Like we just keep suffering. We see the things happening. We see them in our faces. We consistently see how we are at a clear disadvantage in this country, and there's just nothing nobody's doing about it. We just keep conversing, and it's just sickening to me that it even goes to where it's affecting the children. And I thought children was off limits. I'm ready for God to come today. When the rapture again?
Right. Well, we got till 11:59 in some seconds, right?
Okay.
I want my dog to be caught up, Lord. Please, Lord.
Let's see what his mother had to say.
He didn't want to implicate himself in it, nor did he want to tell on the person that actually brought the firearm. It's devastating because he's a bright kid, and all he wants to do is be a kid. He didn't want to implicate himself in it, nor did he.
Now, see, I was fine with the fact that the baby knew how to disarm the gun.
Okay.
But now I'm feeling like it was some criminal activities going on around this baby, because why you got a problem with snitching?
Exactly.
Let us know who
You
did
see what I'm
it.
saying?
Let us know who
You see
did
what
it.
I'm saying?
You know, you want to go tell on this boy, he already
You 11 years old. That boy that bought the gun need to go to jail.
Yeah.
But if he don't, he might bring another one. And that might be for you.
Exactly. So snitch on him, baby. Snitch on the little boy.
He probably was scared though.
I have a problem with the mama
being.
being okay in having that conversation with her son. No, we don't need to be training ours like that. As our, like, I hate that our people, we're always big on, we gonna just be peaceful. We just gonna turn the other cheek. And they just gonna keep doing it and keep doing it. She's like, yeah, he ain't even wanna tell. No, we need to raise hell. Absolutely not. Where's your parents? I'm not even talking about the child no more. You gotta see me, right? My child did this. Now I gotta talk to your parents face to face to see, hey, what we're gonna do about this? What's gonna happen? You gonna tell them or I have to tell them? You know what I mean? We have to set an example for the kids so they can see, just like Tally said, he ain't snitching. Why? Because he's being told that. We raising them wrong, y'all. Come on.
Do you think that the school suspended him because he was able to disarm and
No,
dismantle?
the school probably just, I'm sorry.
I think it's
we
more
weren't
to
enough
the
time. I
story.
just wanted to get it out real quick. The school probably suspended him and he's facing expulsion because he will not comply. So now the school isn't even really wrong. Like, I could see if he let them know what happened and there's, you know, and they're still like, you know, because he touched the
Because
gun.
they might have caught him with it.
Yeah,
disarming
exactly.
it,
And now you
didn't know
telling
who
me
it
it was
belonged
somebody
to.
else, but you can't say who. Maybe it's you then.
Correct.
If it ain't his dog, it's yours.
Correct.
That was a question I
Yeah.
had. What really happened here that the school just decided to say?
Exactly. It's more to
And
that
my
story.
homeboys used to tell me all the time back in the day, baby, when I used to smoke, and we got pulled over, and they would say, hold your charges, okay? That's not mine, hold your charges.
Hold it.
Right.
That's a wrap on today's episode. But before we go, we'd like to leave you with a quote. Be the voice for those who can't speak and be the change you wish to see. Thanks for hanging out with us. Watch us only on AFRO TV.